I started taking the MicroFiber 4 months ago. This would be going into my 4th month. I got started because I'd heard it would help you lose weight and it would affect your A1C level positively. And those were 2 goals of mine. I'd like to be able to lose the weight so I can get off the medication, the metformin medication. And in addition to that, the A1C level, if it would go down, I may not have to take the medication either. So those were my goals. I didn't know that the MicroFiber would have some other benefits. I found out later that it helped me with my motivational level and with my energy level. Prior to taking it, I could sit in the same spot for hours and not want to move. Actually, I couldn't move. I was just kind of stuck. And I didn't realize, because I was very consistent in taking the MicroFiber because I thought it would reach those other 2 goals. So 3 times a day was whether I was out of town or whether I was away somewhere, I managed to get that in. But I started noticing that I had more energy and I was doing more. I go to a Silver Sneakers class daily, 5 days a week anyway, and they would call me and they would want to know why I wasn't there, and I'd say, I really want to be there, but I just can't seem to make it. And then they started kind of pulling me out. Now this was after I'd probably been on the fiber for maybe about 3 or 4 weeks. And I would kind of drag out and go back to my sitting position. But as time went on, I was getting excited about going, and my day was filling up with all these things to do. And because my daughter would always ask me in the morning, well, Mom, what are you going to do with your day? And I would tell her those things that I thought I was going to do, but I'd go home and sit some more. And then when I'd pick her up, she'd say, Mom, what did you do today? And I'd have to say, well, I didn't do anything. Sometimes I'd actually go back to bed. I don't do that anymore. I'm very active overall, not just the Silver Sneakers, but I get up and do things and go places. I just came back from a holiday, I like to say it like the Europeans say it, and Sanibel Islands, where we just, with some girlfriends and myself, we were active and just had a good time. That was not happening before. If they had called and said, we're going to be there, they came from Chicago, and we thought you might like to drive over. Just the whole idea of driving 5.5 hours, which by the way turned out to be 9 for me because of the storm, but nonetheless, the idea would have been a daunting thought. And I'd be like, no, I can't do this. But I did do it, and I did it just fine. So the main benefits I have found have been in my energy level and the motivation. And what I mean by the motivation is the fact that I want to do things. I can actually get up and have a to-do list if I could take time to sit down and write it and actually do it. So those have been some real benefits. Again, my motivation for using the product was because of weight loss and reducing my A1C. Well, that can still happen. It's easy enough to take the product. It has no taste. I can add it to anything I'm drinking, and I'm drinking all the time, so that works out fine. So it's just really become part of my habit. And so maybe next week, next month, down the road somewhere, I'll actually see those 10 pounds go away and see, and once cherry season is over, see my A1C, my A1C improve. 6.8, of course, is not a bad number, but I was really looking forward to something like 6.0, but it hasn't happened yet. That doesn't mean it won't happen. So we're working toward that. That's going to be that's still my goal. I'm really looking forward to where microfiber will take me in the future. Now that I'm up and out and I'm excited about it, I'm not going to be sitting at home. So I'm really looking forward to what life has to offer in the future. I expect it to be good.